Welcome to the Landlords Workshop, where good landlords become great landlords. Annual safety notices, what are they? The annual safety notices are notices that go out to the tenants once a year. Your tenants have to read and fill out the forms and mail them back to you. They are about lead paint, window guards, and fire safety. Let's talk about each one of these in more detail. The lead paint notice is to find out if there are children in your apartment so that you can take measures to protect the child from lead paint. You need this if one of your units has a child 5 years or younger living in the unit. The child doesn't even have to live there. It could just be that the child spends a lot of time there. So for example, if there is a child that visits their grandparents on a regular basis, you still have to make sure there are no lead hazards in the apartment. There's no way you can keep tabs on which apartments have children. So if tenants tell you they don't want to get the notices because they don't have a child, do you stop mailing the notices? No. Safety notices have to go to everyone in the building, and all the apartments have to respond to the notice. The window guard notice is to find out if one of your units has a child 10 years or younger living there. If there is, window guards needs to be installed. You can include both of these, lead and window guards, in the same notice. Here is an example of what the notice looks like. Okay, so we've discussed the lead paint and the window guard notices. Next is fire safety. The final part of the annual safety notice is a little bit more complicated. Fire safety. There are 4 important components to pay attention to. The fire safety notice, the emergency preparedness and evacuation planning checklist, building information, and the New York City Building Emergency Preparedness Guide. So let's start with the fire safety notice. The fire safety notice is a notice that is posted on the inside of the main entrance door for each apartment. You need to remind your tenants that this notice needs to be there. If they tell you it's not, then you need to post it immediately. For example, it says if the hallway or stairway is not safe because of smoke, heat, or fire, and you have access to a fire escape, use it to exit the building. The building owner or property manager must also send the tenants the new emergency preparedness and evacuation planning checklist. This checklist tries to make tenants aware of their environment in regards to fire safety. This is a way for the tenants to develop their own evacuation plans and to be able to make best judgments as to what to do in case of an emergency. As part of the New York City Building Emergency Preparedness Guide, you have to mail the tenants building information. For example, the building information informs the tenants if your building has fire alarms. Then there's the New York City Apartment Building Emergency Preparedness Guide, which is written by the New York City Fire Department. It is meant for everyone who lives and works for the building. It educates them on what they can do to prepare for emergencies, fire prevention, and what measures they can take to protect themselves in an emergency situation. For example, it discusses things that cause fires like smoking in bed. This one is 30 pages long, so make sure you have plenty of ink cartridges in your printer. When we send our annual safety notices to the tenants, we'll be lucky to get a 10% response rate. Some of our tenants have been tenants for decades, but still have to be reminded multiple times by email, phone, and mail. This is what a typical phone call reminder sounds like. Hi, Ms. Nushi. This is Nathan, your building manager.
Who?
You're a building manager.
Oh, hi.
Ms. Nushi, did you get the annual safety notice I sent you?
Did I get what?
The annual safety notice. Remember those letters that you have to fill out every year? The letters regarding fire safety, window guards, and the lead paint? I mailed them out to you twice and emailed you as well.
Oh, yes. I'm not sure if I still have it. My daughter said we already signed them last year.
Yes, your daughter is right, Ms. Nunushi, but it has to get signed every year.
Why?
I don't make the rules. It's from the government.
I don't have any kids kids. Why do we have to fill this up every year?
I hear you, Ms. Nunushi. Unfortunately, I don't make the rules.
Okay, I will mail them to you, but please, no more after this.
Unfortunately, I'm not the one who makes the rules, Ms. Nunushi.
Fine.
We hope this video was informative. We are Premises Guardian, a property management company located in New York City. We specialize in managing multi-family buildings. If you are a landlord in the New York metropolitan area, come to the Landlords Workshop and meet us in person. Relax with refreshments and sandwiches, while Premises Guardian property managers present a complimentary workshop on running your buildings more efficiently and profitably. This is a fun, easygoing way for you to ask some questions or learn from questions others ask. The workshop is free of charge, but the maximum number of participants is limited to 15. Registration will be on a first-come, first-served basis. To register, please sign up on our website.